Y'all want to know how to game? We're building a great lighthouse and making scientific discoveries. It's 7 Wonders Duel from Repo's production and Asmodee. Stefan and Molly, this one's for you. In this 2-player version of the classic card drafter, players take on the role of ancient leaders building opposing cities. By constructing buildings, gathering resources, and raising grand wonders, players fight to create the greatest city in the world. Don't tell them it's going to crumble eventually and everyone will die. It's fine. Setup begins with the game board placed off-center between the 2 players. Place the conflict pawn on the center space of the board and the 4 military tokens face up on their respective spaces. 5 coin penalties on the outside, 2 coin penalties on the inside. Next, shuffle the progress tokens face down. Randomly select and place 5 of them face up on the board on the progress spaces. Return the rest to the box. For now. Randomly select the first player or the person who last built something with their bare hands. They can go first. These things. Use them. That's not official, I made that up. I made it all up. Shuffle the 12 wonder cards and reveal 4 face up between the 2 players. The first player selects and keeps 1 wonder card. The second player selects and keeps 2 wonder cards. The first player takes the remaining card. Repeat this process 1 more time with the second player taking a wonder card first. By the end, each player should have 4 wonders on their side. That was a math test and you passed! Return the remaining wonders to the box. For now. Forever. Set up the age decks by shuffling them separately. Randomly remove 3 cards from each age without looking at them and return them to the box. Take these 7 guilds cards and randomly select 3 without looking and shuffle them into the 3rd age deck. Set the other age cards aside for now. Next, prepare the first age by dealing the first age cards according to the structured design found on the rulebook and the game aid card. Finally, give each player a starting bankroll of 7 coins and create a common supply with the remaining coinage. Gameplay occurs in turns, beginning with the first player. On their turn, the active player selects 1 card from the available cards in the structure. A card is considered available if no other cards in the structure cover it. Let's look at the cards real quick. Cards have a name, type identified by color, brown makes raw materials, gray is manufactured goods, blue are civilian buildings, green are scientific structures, yellow are commercial buildings, red are military, and purple are guilds. More on these in a sec. They also have a building cost and an effect. These are the resources or benefits the building produces each turn. Once selected, the player chooses one of 3 possible actions to take with the card. Build the structure in their city, discard to sell the card for coins, or construct a wonder using the card. The first action, build, allows the player to add the card to their city by paying the resource cost on the left side of the card. In the first stage, some of these cards are free. Others cost coins. Costs can also include any of the 5 major resources: wood, stone, clay, glass, and papyrus. For each resource icon on the cost, the player must produce that amount within their city. Brown, gray, and some yellow cards provide resources to your city. Resources aren't spent during this step. You may simply have to have that many icons to build the card. For example, if I want to build this archery range, I need 1 stone, 1 wood, and 1 papyrus all produced in my city. And I'm able to do that. I have 1 stone, 1 wood, and 1 papyrus, so I can take this for free. Sometimes the player will want to build a structure, but they don't have the resources. For each icon they could not produce, the player has the option of buying it from the bank. The formula for this sounds complex, but it's pretty easy. Each missing icon will cost 2 plus the number of those icons on the opponent's brown or gray resource cards in their city. Additionally, cards with a chain symbol, these white icons, allow a player with the matching symbol on one of their buildings to construct that card for free. And that's the build a structure action. The second action, discard to sell, allows the player to take the card and place it face down in a common discard pile. They then gain 2 coins from the bank, plus an additional coin per yellow commercial card in their city. That's it. Having lots of yellow commercial buildings makes selling cards super efficient. The third action, construct a wonder, allows the active player to take the selected card and place it face down under one of their 4 wonder cards. They must be able to pay the construction cost of the wonder, not the card. They then gain the benefits listed on the right side of that wonder. Wonders are super powerful and provide bonuses like extra resources, destroying opponents' buildings, and even granting bonus turns. One note, 7 Wonders Duel only allows 7 wonders to be built, because the name and all. So once the 7th wonder is constructed, the 8th wonder is immediately returned to the box. And that's the actions of the game. Players take turns pulling cards and either building them, discarding them for cash, or using them to construct wonders. Once all the cards from the structure have been pulled, the age ends. Prepare the next age's structure according to the game aid. The player with the weaker military position on the board chooses who takes the first turn in the next age. Let's look at the card effects to better understand the mechanics. Brown and gray cards are the main resource generators of the game. Brown raw materials cards provide clay, wood, or stone. Gray manufactured good cards provide glass or papyrus. Blue civilian cards provide victory points. Many of them also have a chain symbol for free construction of other cards in future ages. Green cards are scientific and provide a scientific symbol. There are a total of 7 scientific symbols in the game. Anytime a player gains a pair of matching symbols, they immediately gain 1 progress token of their choice from the board. Progress tokens provide points, special abilities, and building cost reductions. Additionally, if a player can acquire 6 unique symbols, they automatically win the game. More on that in a sec. Yellow commercial buildings provide coins, produce resources, and lower costs to buy icons from the bank. Remember, each time a player discards a card to sell for coins, they get a 1 coin bonus for each yellow card in their city. Combo, y'all, combo. Red military buildings provide shield icons. These immediately move the conflict pawn on the board a number of spaces toward the opposing player's side. Each end of the board represents a player's capital. Each time the pawn crosses into an area with a military token, the player on that side takes the coin penalty shown and discards the token from the game. If the conflict pawn reaches their opponent's capital, they automatically win the game. The purple guild cards provide coin bonuses and endgame victory points depending on which cards are within your city. The game can end in 3 different ways. First, if a player ever moves the conflict pawn into the opposing player's capital, they immediately gain a military victory and win the game. Or, if a player ever acquires 6 different scientific symbols, they immediately gain a scientific victory and win the game. But most commonly, if neither of these events have occurred, at the end of the 3rd age, players tally their points to see who can win that good old civilian victory. Using the handy scoring pad, players total their points for blue civilian buildings, green scientific buildings, yellow commercial buildings, purple guild buildings, wonders, progress tokens, 1 point for every 3 coins, and progress of the conflict pawn. Points are awarded to the player who progressed further toward their opponent's capital. Whoever has the most points wins the game. In the case of a tie, the player with the most blue points from civilian buildings takes the win. And that's how to play 7 Wonders Duel. We hope you had a good time, and if you did, please hit that like button and the subscribe button. You can also head on over to our Patreon page if you'd like to support us, and you can always chat with us in our Discord channel as well. We'll see you next time.